Hello everyone, welcome to Club Reaction to Hearts 0, Rangers 1 here on Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. A much more stressful night than that needed to be, that's for absolute sure, but Rangers have got out of there with 3 points and I suppose there's a positive in there somewhere. It's always a tough place to go, but if Rangers would just like to take some chances from time to time, we could all have a much easier night. This is the second take of this, by the way, because Scotia was with me, but his dad's not in to pedal the bike to make the Wi-Fi go faster. So his Wi-Fi was having an absolute mare. So unfortunately, the other lads are busy tonight. Doing various things, so unfortunately you're just stuck listening to me, but I'll do my best to bring a reaction to it. So yeah, tonight the starting 11, 2 changes were made. Ridvan and Danilo came in to the a maskless Danilo came into the starting 11. Just before the game, Crocker had said, as I say, I was dad duty before the football tonight, so I'd literally sat down to watch the game about 5 to 8 once I'd got everything sorted, and I just heard Crocker saying when he was announcing the lineups at the start of the match that Barisic was injured. I didn't know anything really. I don't know anything really about that. Don't know anything more about that. I'm so sure it'll all come out in the wash. I don't know if it was mentioned before from Clement because I didn't manage to see that part. But yeah, Ridvan coming back in at the starting 11, and Danilo was what I thought he would come back in. A weird one for me is that Dow wasn't on the bench tonight. And that's really based on the manager's comments that he's been doing his maximum in training, and he's obviously fit if he's been doing his maximum in training. So I'm a wee bit kind of confused by this one. And obviously there's the rumour continuously flying around that he was told to find a new club, or that's where he's been told to find a new club anyway. But yeah, I just thought due to a lack of options that we seem to have in that position right now, I thought it was weird not to have Dow and or Rice, another one that we're probably need to have a conversation with another time, that whatever's happened to him, he seems to have really fallen away after really positive showings and the chances that he got in the first team. Anyway, into the game itself, the Rangers, the first 10 minutes, I thought energy was decent enough. I thought Rangers started to try and press right from the start. But there was no real quality from Rangers or from Hearts, really, from that perspective. Our passing was miles off, really was miles off. Nobody was really making their passes, nobody was really making their man, and there was a kind of desire to kick the ball long all the time to try and chase second balls, and it was a real scrappy kind of probably first 30 minutes. Obviously different things happened that I'll come on to, but I thought the overall quality of the game was not good at all. The kind of biggest thing to take from the first 20 minutes or so probably is the injury to Lawrence. It was around 15 minutes he went down. That's a real concern for me about his longevity at the club now. He's went down holding the back of his calf. It's another player that's kind of came back fit, came back from injury, even getting himself to B match fitness, and then breaks down again. Obviously we don't know the full details of it, but I do begin to really worry about his longevity at the football club, based on his constant reoccurring injuries that he seems to have, which is a real shame. He was playing in that kind of number 8 role, if you like, in the engine room tonight, and maybe we are asking a bit too much of him, but yeah, it's a real concern and a real disappointment to see him go off, because I do like Lawrence. I think the more game time he was getting, the better that he was looking, and yeah, it's one we're going to need to wait and see what comes out in the wash. But unfortunately, he had to go off, and Cifuentes come on to replace him. 24 minutes, Hearts really should have took the lead at this point. Rangers again kind of getting stung for not really having any real clear-cut chances up to that point, and Hearts should be ahead. They were down far too easily down our left-hand side, cut open far too easily. We were kind of all at sea. Causes a really good save from Butland, and then the rebound that comes out is blocked very well by James Tavernier, but it's more... I feel that's more Hearts will feel like they should have took the lead instead of it's good defending by Rangers. But it did seem to snap Rangers into life a little bit, which was good because it was overdue. We were trending on another one of those halves that we haven't started well, and it's something that we've obviously continued to see for I don't know how many times now. But I was beginning to get the feel that it was going to be another one of those halves. We get a chance to break from a Hearts corner. Danilo flicks a ball to McCausland, who breaks forward, gets into the box, tries to cut inside, but he's tackled. 29 minutes, Rangers have the ball in the net, but Danilo's offside. A Rangers striker offside. quelle surprise and all that kind of thing. And then Rangers take the lead on 33 minutes. And it's Sima again who scores. Rangers beat the high press from Hearts. Really good work from McCausland and Tavernier. Tavernier especially to break through the middle the way that he does. Giving him time to pick the pass, he notices Sima's fantastic run off the left-hand side, slips it through to him, and he's there to put it away. Composure again in front of goal, slips it under Clark to give Rangers the lead. A really good goal, terrific move by Rangers, really good. And Sima's kind of proven his worth, I think, after kind of falling away a little bit. Maybe the manager's comments about him having a lot on his plate, just with having a new child, etc. He feels like he's got a wee bit of a point to prove, but it was a very, very well worked goal, very tidily finished by him as well. So it was a bit of a sigh of relief as well, I suppose. Think, right, okay, we've got a goal now. We can hopefully go on and build from that. But yeah, it was a real beauty of a goal to take the lead by. A deflected cross from Ridvan is met by Cantwell, who tries to lob Clark, but lands on the roof of the net. But Rangers were starting to apply a bit of pressure, seem to be building a little bit of rhythm. Danilo sends a header wayward from a deep free kick on the right, and the way then it was 4 minutes added on time at the end of the half. 47 minutes, the first of Danilo's sitters tonight. He has to score here. It's pure as simple as that. It's a kind of diagonal ball from the left-hand side from Cantwell to Balogun. Balogun does terrific to head the ball down. Why Danilo's taking a touch here, I've got no idea. He should be putting his boot through that and busting the net open. He takes a touch, allows Clark to get closer to him, and he smashes it right into him. It's a real concern for me that Danilo is this keeps happening. It keeps happening. The fact that he's getting clear-cut chances and he should be scoring goals. He should have easily had 2 goals tonight. There's absolutely no doubt. One, obviously, that I'm just about to come on to just after half-time. But at this point, I even messaged Ali, I think, at half-time, and I said, we're going to need to have a conversation about Danilo soon. And it's not that I'm looking for negatives or looking for ways to criticise him, but a striker worth anything, and they two positions that he's found himself tonight, he has to score from them. It really is pure and simple as that. But at half-time, I thought, okay, we're at 1-0. If we keep going the way we were going towards the end of the first half into the second half, we should be absolutely fine. We'd be able to kill the game off. But into the second half, and as I say, the aforementioned second sitter, this one as well, Clark makes a fumble of it from a free kick on our right-hand side, fumbles it straight into the feet of Danilo, and again he takes a touch, just allowing the Hearts defender to get that yard closer to him and to narrow the angle and whatever superlative you want to use for it, to put pressure onto him, and he almost brings the pressure onto himself by taking that extra touch when he should have smashed the net open. He really should have. There's really no excuses for the 2 sitters that he's missed tonight. There's question marks beginning to come over the top of him because we're not really having a striker secure the number 9 jersey. Sima is our top goal scorer, and he's been playing off the left most of the time. So yeah, it's definitely a concern. And I think you can see why we should be looking at recruiting a striker. I don't think there's any doubt now that January is becoming more and more of a priority for Rangers to get a striker, because Danilo's missing far too many chances. I can't make an excuse for him, because he's had plenty of game time. He's definitely match fit. I know he's had an injury and he was now playing without a mask, but surely that was only going to make things better. And tonight he's missed 2 glaring opportunities. Really has to do better than what he did. I say Hearts were trying to get themselves back into the game in the second half, and they did start to build a wee bit of momentum. But it was Rangers were coping with it. I felt Rangers were comfortable enough early on in the half anyway, in the second half anyway. I thought we were comfortable enough with what Hearts were trying to throw at us. I think Naismith had tried to tweak the formation slightly, but Rangers seemed to adjust to it quite well, and that was all helped, I think, by Balogun and Lundstrom as well in the middle of the pitch. I thought both of them were fantastic tonight. 56 minutes, Yilmaz has an effort from a tight angle on the left, which kind of whizzes by the far post. Maybe better crossing it. I'm not really sure. I don't really like criticising players trying to take shots on. It was a bit of a tight angle. I'm not sure, I haven't not really seen it back in real great detail, if there was a better option, but I suppose you can put it down, it's been slightly unlucky, but his teammates certainly didn't seem happy with him. Balogun then goes on a bit of a run as he literally ripped off him, but it's not a free kick according to Colin. And I'm bringing that up because there's another one that he booked somebody for that's baffling, really baffling. McCausland's then half by Cochrane and is rightfully booked, so well done, Willie, you got that one right. And I say McCausland had been giving him a bit of a torrid timeout in that left-hand side. The free kick results in a header from Goldson, which he meets well, but it heads off the back of the Hearts defender, and McCausland then has an effort from the right, saved by the feet of Clark from the resulting corner. In the last 25 minutes, Rangers were not quite in the driving seat, I didn't feel. And it's never good holding on to a 1-0 lead. You always have that fear that inevitable chance for the opponent team will come. Lundstrom has a decent effort from outside the box, saved by Clark, and it falls perfectly to Ridvan, who squanders the chance here. Another one that I think's a sitter. He blasts it over the bar. All he has to do is get that on target, and more than likely he's going to score. But I was beginning to think, I hope we don't rue these chances. I hope this doesn't come back and bite us in the arse, for want of better words. That I did begin to think that we were being far too wasteful in front of goal tonight. Colin then books Yilmaz for being there as the Hearts player loses possession of the ball and runs into him. And for me, this isn't a booking. It just isn't a booking, and it's just the inconsistencies of Willie Collum and Willie Collum making it all about him. And that's the only reason that I brought up the previous one, because I just like to have a go at Collum, because he's a shambles of a referee. He really is. On to, from that resulting booking, Hearts have a chance that results in a great save again by Butland. And Rangers had a chance just after that to break up the pitch, but again, couldn't score from it, and that was becoming a recurring thing that we couldn't really score from it. Clement then decides to make subs, takes off Ridvan and Danilo, and Stelling and Roof come on. Danilo went off limping. Sorry, for me that's embarrassment more than it is anything else, that he's trying to hide the fact that he's missed two absolute sitters tonight, because I think Clement will be concerned with Danilo after tonight, and I think a lot of Rangers fans will be as well. That's not good enough from your star signing, your number 9 striker, to miss two chances like that. But it would have really put that game to bed. I think a second goal from Rangers tonight at any point, be it in the first half or in the second half, I think would have killed Hearts off even. But we didn't manage to do so, and he had the best of the chances. Of that I have zero doubt. So into the last 15 minutes, Hearts had a spell of possession, as it's always going to happen in these games. It's something that you just have to deal with when you've only got a goal lead, and Rangers were dropping a wee bit too deep for my liking. 79 minutes, Rangers make an arse of another chance, really. Kemar Roof slipped through, and instead of shooting, he squares it to Sima, who is offside, but he does miss it anyway. I think that's more down to Kemar Roof's lack of game time, that he thought, I'm probably best to try to square this to Sima, and Sima was offside, but it was a bit of a concern again, that I'm thinking we're going into the last 10 minutes at Tynecastle, Hearts are going to fling everything at us, and we've still not managed to get the second goal to get this game over the line. Sima again had a chance just after that with a ball over the top. He did control it really well, but there was a bit of pressure from the defender, which was enough to make his effort go wide. Hearts were throwing pretty much everything at it due to the substitutions and whatever else they'd made. But there was an opportunity, I thought, to catch them on the break. We had a chance to break a few times, and we were kind of looking for someone to break and to be that extra runner. And I was screaming for Matondo to come on at this point. And unfortunately, it was Sam Lammers that came on. I don't understand this substitution, and I'm not saying that I don't understand it, because I thought Cantwell was terrific tonight. I thought he was much better in the second half than he was in the first. But that's not a game to bring Sam Lammers onto. That's not the guy that any Rangers fan wants to see. I thought it was screaming for Matondo to come on and play him anywhere along the front three. It didn't really matter where you played him. You could have played him on the left, on the right, in the middle. There was going to be a chance for him to get in behind when we were breaking, with the amount of players that Hearts had forward. And yeah, the substitution of Lammers, I don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand it. I don't know what it was meant to do. I don't think he touched the ball. Somebody might correct me. I don't think he touched the ball. Oh no, he did. He headed it once, I think, to no one. Yeah, to no one, and then shouted at McCausland for it, who had literally ran his heart out the entire match. Anyway, I'll carry on. Lundstrom then recklessly gives the ball away in 86 minutes, but it is saved by his midfield partner Cifuentes, who was better in the second half, I must admit. But again, it was just one of those moments where I thought we are doing our best here to try and let Hearts concede. 88 minutes, the inevitable corner came from Hearts, and I thought, here we go. This is the bit we need to hold on. And I was mightily relieved when I only heard there was 3 minutes of added on time, because it didn't look like Rangers were going to get that second goal. I have to give a bit of credit here to Sterling. I thought he made a really good impact when he came on and played on the left-hand side. I thought his control of the ball was good. I thought his passion was good. I thought his power and his pace looked very good. And he did particularly well in the kind of dying minutes of the game to win a free kick up on the left-hand side of Hearts' box, and actually got the Hearts player a booking as well, just by pace and power. Wanted the ball more, wanted to get to the ball more, and I thought it was a very positive impact that he had. Stupidly, from that resulting free kick, Tavernier decided to shoot, but all well and good, because Hearts didn't really get a chance to do anything else with it. A long ball from Barry Mackay is easy collected by Butland, and Rangers are out of there with 3 points. There's going to be a mixed reaction to this tonight, even from the people that I've spoke to already. There's a mixed reaction, but the Rangers team tonight laid everything pretty much out there for me. I thought they did as much as they could have defensively, getting themselves in front of shots, trying to limit Hearts as much as possible, when clearly our attacking force was not on. It's not firing on full cylinders. It's a Hearts team that has been struggling to score, yes, but I think Rangers defended it well for the majority of the game. It should have been made easier tonight, though, and I'll always caveat what I've said about giving praise. It should have been made easier tonight, but it's not helped when your number 9's kind of missing glaring opportunities. But look, it's 3 points. We'd all took 3 points. We've all said at the start of this run that it was going to be difficult for Clermont because of the big games that we've got coming up in terms of the away matches. But we went to Tynecastle. We've got 3 points, and we're very much across the road back to Glasgow, and we look ahead to Saturday now. So yeah, not perfect, but not by any stretch of the imagination. Still definitely concerns, and still definitely concerned by injuries as well. But I'll give the team a bit of a respite tonight, I think, and I'll take the 3 points. I'll take the 3 points tonight, because we've got there. It wasn't too harum-scarum now that you've kind of calmed down and I've had a chance to speak about it, but it was definitely a game that should have been a lot easier, and I think 1-0 flatters Hearts. They probably feel unlucky not to have scored at least one, but I think we've got Jack Butland in goal, and there's a reason that we have Butland in goal, because he makes saves when he has to. But I do think especially the first opportunity for Hearts in the first half, about around 25 minutes, they'll be feeling pretty hard done by that they didn't score there. But again, that's the way the cookie crumbles. The cookie crumbles sometimes even. And yeah, I'll take the 3 points. Man of the match for me tonight, I thought McCausland was terrific. I really did. I thought he'd ran his heart out. I thought Lundstrom was great. But I think I'll give it to Balogun. I thought Balogun defended absolutely superbly tonight, even with half a jersey on after they got ripped off him. I thought he was really good tonight. I'll give it to Balogun. I thought he was great, and to Sima as well. I thought Sima was good in spells tonight, and he took his goal absolutely superbly. So that'll do me. We will be back on Friday, hopefully, if Scotia's Wi-Fi plays up. Ali and Ryan will be missing in action for a wee while now as they jet off on their holiday. I think hopefully if Scotia's Wi-Fi holds up, we'll be back on Friday, but I think even Jamie might be coming on Friday as well. So tune in on Friday for Club Live as always. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to me. I'll speak to you on Friday. We are Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Cheers everybody.